Okay, guys, let's see what we got in our produce box. Lemons, we got milk, we got sweet potato. Those are nice sweet potatoes. Oh, y'all, I don't know if I can get this cabbage. Oh, that thing is heavy. I don't know if I can get that out with one hand. Golly, y'all, look how big that thing is. Look, I have a large hand for a woman. I've told y'all that before. I don't know how many pounds that weighs. I may have to put that on the scale. That is a large. Y'all, we got more lemons. And we got more lemons. I was just thinking about making some fermented lemons. And I'm definitely going to ferment some carrots because I got all those carrots the other day. Oh, looky, looky. We got beets. Ooh, those are going to be good in my smoothie. I am going to put those in my smoothie. Oh, look, we got tomatoes. We got tomatoes. Yay. Organic ones on top of that. Okay, let's see. And potatoes. I'm not taking those out because I'm holding this phone to video this. So that's our produce haul for the day. And I can use every bit of it. And I don't know, I think I've told y'all before, when I get a lot of these limes and lemons, even if you don't want to ferment them or do something like that, you can squeeze them. I have some little bitty tiny containers, and you can freeze that juice or do them in ice cube trays. And you can freeze that juice and bag them up. And then you have your fresh lemon juice. And I will probably do a video on that using my ice trays. And if I do the fermented lemons, I'll release a video about that soon. But I am going to do one, and I might make it later today or tomorrow when I have time. I was thinking about it this morning. I'm going to make me some fermented carrots because I got so many of those carrots the other day. And that'll go good with my pickled purple onions, like on my tacos and my salads and stuff like that. And just for the record, y'all, it's in the 70s here today. And like in another week or so, we're supposed to be up in the 80s. So it's like summertime instead of springtime in February in Texas. So I'm ready for when the weather gets warm like this. I start getting ready for the early spring and early summertime foods and you know, from the garden and stuff like that. So I may try to even go down to our local farmers market on a Saturday. I haven't videoed down there in a long time, and maybe pick up some fresh produce down there. But y'all, it got to where it was so expensive, just being honest. I really couldn't afford it. I mean, it's very good food, but, you know, when you're on a strict budget like I am, you know, you can spend $25 or $30 down there real quick and get nothing. Even a small thing of like sprouts. And that's something else I'm going to do. I got my sprout seeds out. I'm going to show y'all how to grow sprouts. And it's a lot cheaper for me to buy my seeds and grow my own, because they'll do them like on a flat at the farmer's market, and they'll cut you a little cube like this. It's like at least $5. So I can spend, you know, 10 or less and get 1,000 seeds, and I can make a lot of flats. So that's how I grow my sprouts. And that's something else I'm hungry for, is sprouts. I just kind of, the seasons make me want different foods. I'm sure it does a lot of y'all too. So I'm thinking about springtime food and early summer food. And so all this stuff is coming to mind. So I'll be having y'all a lot of new videos coming up in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. Y'all be blessed. Thanks for riding along with me and keeping me company while I waited to get produce. And I thank God for what I got, because everything before me I can use. And I might even take that gallon of milk and make some yogurt. Make me some yogurt. So it can always be used, y'all. The thing is, this is what I told a young man yesterday that come to get those groceries I've talked about in another video. He ended up taking 4 bags of groceries out of my pantry and 4 bags of meat out of my freezer. And I felt so blessed last night that I could help him. But like I told him, it's meat that's been in there for a while. It needs to be used up before it goes bad or freezer burns. And I know he was off of work for over a week with sickness, and his wife doesn't work, and they have 2 young boys at home that will eat you out of house and home if they eat like my one son did. And y'all, I don't mind helping these people, and I'm not saying it to toot my horn. I'm just saying it to try to let people know, like, really how my heart is. And something else I'm going to tell y'all. I'll just go ahead and tell it in this video. The Rooster 65, they had some chickens, this boy, and they needed this young man, and they needed a rooster. And 65 had started fighting with Rising Sun. And I knew that was probably going to be an issue. And so he's about, 6 months, going on 7 months old now, and he's growing up. And I've caught him out there fighting a couple of times. Well, Rising Sun would kill him, I'm telling you. And I didn't want that to happen. So, and then they were fighting over the hens, and that was harmful to the hens. I've gone out several times. I hadn't said anything about it. I've gone out several times and had to break it up, And so, like, if I was at work and gone all day, I would have had to let one out and kept one closed up in the pen. Now, that's how bad it was getting. Because, they both wanted to be dominant, and Rising Sun's been here for going on 4 or 5 years now. I mean, he was the king. And 65 didn't even have spurs yet. And so I let this boy, I asked him would he like the rooster. He told me they lost their rooster and that they needed another one. And I said, I have this really beautiful rooster, and I would like for him to have a good home. And they live out on a farm out in the country, way out between here and Cushion in the woods. And so they're birds free range. And I let him take 65 home with him last night. I even let him borrow a little kennel thing I had to take him home in his truck. And so he was tickled to death. And he had told me stuff him and his wife had discussed that morning and shared with me. And I've invited him to come to church. And so we're just going to be praying about that. But, sometimes it's just the little things. I had the food. With this diet I'm on, I'm not eating that much meat and stuff like that anymore. So why not give it to somebody that can use it? I mean, why not? And I know that what they won't use, he's got 4 or 5 friends. And he asked me, he said, if it's something that, she don't want to cook or we don't want, is it okay if I give it to my friends? And he named his friends off, and I know who they are. And I said, give them all they want. And if anybody needs anything, let me know. And if I get it, before I rehome it somewhere else, I will call you and they can come by and pick it up. And he just hugged me and thanked me. And I kept telling him it was not necessary. And it's really not, y'all. It's really not. I have a very giving heart. I can speak harshly and bluntly, but when I do, I really believe I'm telling the truth, and I really believe that people need to hear it. I prayed for boldness. I've told y'all my testimony before about crying after talking to certain people and feeling like I failed God because I should have said certain things. I knew I should have said it to them. And I just could not open my mouth and do it. I just couldn't. I would freeze up. And I'm going to tell you what, the spirit of boldness fell on me. And it's been flowing, and y'all know it because I talk now. But my high school friends, elementary school friends, they'll tell you I was the quietest person in the class. I would have an answer on the paper, and my neighbor sitting beside me would give the teacher the answer because I would look down. I would be embarrassed, and I wouldn't even give the teacher the answer off my paper. So y'all, I've come a long way out of that. And then living with a man for 19 years that abused me physically and mentally did not help. And then I had to come out of that. But like I always say, with that being said, not bashing anybody, it's what happened. You can come out of it. You are an overcomer, and God has your back. Jesus died for you. And all you've got to do is ask him into your heart, and then do the best you can every day, because you're going to battle. You're going to have battles every day of something. But you can do it. And I'm just here to encourage you that you can do it. And y'all be blessed. I've rambled long enough, but the Lord just told me to tell y'all that. That's all I know. It was just in my spirit that I should tell y'all that. So there's somebody that's going to listen to this that needs to hear that. I may never know who it is, but I do believe that when that kind of message falls on me, that's supposed to be heard by somebody. So y'all be blessed. Know you're loved. Jesus loves you more. And we're going to see y'all in the next video. And y'all, this is going on right now at my feet. They're happy to be out of the car seats. And we went for a little walk and did a potty. And now they're having playtime. They're something else. I love them babies so much, y'all. I love them babies. I'm telling you, that's a blessing from God right there. And they were both given to me. And I would have never been able to afford to buy those babies. Never. I could have never spent the money on that. So that is a blessing that I have them, and I appreciate it very much. Love y'all. See y'all in the next video.